Alright guys, welcome to RWBY Amity Arena episode 87, and today we're going to talk about the new card, Boundless Juane. He's the first healer card, and because of that, I wanted to talk about cards with active skills that I think should have been just plain spell card, no units attached. So, let's head on over to my list over here. We're gonna start with Juane because he's the newest card. So Juane, as a heal card, I don't think. Well, he's the first unit I think that shouldn't have a unit attached to him. He's based off the heal spell from Clash Royale, but he heals for more, but costs more. Originally, the heal spell costed only one aura or elixir to play, but it didn't heal as much. It starts off at, let me check my notes, 37 at level 1. It doesn't start ramping up till 90 heal, up until its max level of 13, because it's a rare card. And Juane starts at 90 heal, but costs 4 aura. So even if we times the heal spell's starting heal of 37 by 4, Juane's heal is actually underperforming because 37 times 4 to play it is let's see, what's that? It's 55. It's over 100 something. And the next point I wanted to talk about is the unit itself. After he's done healing. And this is the point I'm going to talk about for all these cards and why they should just be pure spell cards. Is because the unit sucks. Yeah, he kind of sucks. And I'll show you why. Actually, I'm going to bring up some pictures here so I don't have to scroll through my tablet. Level 1, Boundless Juane does 90 DPS at 180 HP. Level 1 Common Juane does 92 DPS. He beats Epic Juane, who usually starts off. Let's see, if Sniper RWBY is when Sniper RWBY is an Ice Flower, she starts off as a level 5 Sniper RWBY, I believe, or level 4 Sniper RWBY. One of those two. So this is almost like Vomit Boy Juane being level 10. Or so, or level 8 since it's an epic. A level 8 Vomit Boy Juane completely blows a level 1 Boundless Juane. Here, let me check out my level 7. Yeah, all of a sudden that 4 aura costing Juane is not that great. So that's why I'm saying that it's hard to balance these cards that should have been just spell cards, and then if they're just throwing units on them. Because then the units turn out bad. Or in other cases, I'll just put it like this. This is a better way to put it. They can't balance the units that are behind the spells. Alright, let me move on to my next card. Next card I wanted to talk about is Glinda. Glinda, of course, shares the Tesla Tower from Clash Royale. And in Glinda's case, the tower card for Glinda is actually a lot better than the Tesla Tower card from Clash Royale. And I'm making these comparisons because they're the same cards and they even cost the same aura. Alright, here's a case of where the unit is actually good after she plays the card. But the problem is, these spell cards should have only been played once and without cooldown, like no chance for them to activate it again. Okay, after Glinda places her tower, her walking unit is actually a really good one. Almost 200 damage at level 3. A little bit over 1000 HP, and is a ranged unit. The only downside she has is her really slow attack speed. Her range is not exactly on par with Sniper RWBY and Shadow Blake, which I believe are both 6. I think even Yang has a range of 6. No, 5 point. So she's on the equal range of Yang, with the only downside being her slower attack speed. But remember, this is a unit that already summoned a tower for you. And if you wait the 23 seconds, yeah, 23 seconds, you get a second tower. And I often get that second tower, especially against Ursa players, because they hold Glinda in place for so long that I actually get another tower. What I'm trying to say is, cards like Glinda, Juane, and the rest I'm going to talk about right now should only play that skill once and not give you a unit after. Because let's move on to the biggest offender probably on this list, Cinder. Cinder is supposed to be the arrows card from Clash Royale. Has same aura cost, I believe. Let me check the damage. But in this case, she also does more damage. She actually, at level 2, she's doing the same amount of damage as the level 9 arrows. And arrows is a common card. But this one, in this case, she got bumped up to epic. And then you got a unit. And in this case, the unit is really good after the spell cost. She has a range of 7.5. Her attack might be low, but it's because her speed is incredibly fast. So it makes her DPS 158 at level 2. What is that, like a 140 at level 1? Something like that. Her HP is bad. For the most part, none of these cards have really high HP. Because it's almost like they're telling you a sign that they want these units to die easily. Almost like, hey, they shouldn't be alive after they use their spells. And in Cinder's case, when she gets 2 arrows off of one summon, she's paid for herself already. And the damage really adds up. So yeah, it's not a fun feeling seeing a Cinder use her skill twice. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, problem is, like, Lancer Swarms, the White Fang Thugs or something like that, they already get wiped out by her skill. And then you got aura advantage because you got a unit after that. It's already alright to go aura neutral when you use her skill. Because imagine wiping out the Lancer Swarm with her skill. Okay, there you go. You're 2 aura positive already. And then you got a unit that can still fight after that. And you got a unit that can still use her skill again in 23 seconds. Mercury, 2 aura costs. Unfortunately, there's no, or actually fortunately, there's no comparison to Clash Royale. There's no stunner card, and definitely nothing in the 2 auras that can compare to this card. He's probably the most unique outside of probably Fox in terms of comparisons. I can't compare it to anything. So Mercury is another case where the unit is bad after you use the skill. The damage, it's pretty low. My level 2 one does 180. It do 198 at level 3, so it's still kind of low. But his cost is low, so that's alright. This is probably the most cost-efficient aura card that should be a spell card, pure spell card. Like, if you lose the unit completely off of this card, I don't think we'd see a difference in gameplay at all. Because all the times that I've ever seen Mercury be played, the unit has never done anything. This unit could not exist, and there'd be no difference. Yeah, just a 2-cost, small damage stun spell. And the way I see these cards working is they'll appear next to the tower, like behind the tower or something, cast the spell, and then walk off, disappear, fade out, something like that. Just act as a spell card, but don't make the spell like come out of nowhere. Show that a unit is using the spell so you can know where it belongs to. That's why, like, when I see Glinda, I could see her playing as a spell, having a spell card for her, because honestly, she's the most mage, witch-looking character in all the series who can actually use spells. We've seen it in Volume 1. So, her having just a bona fide spell card, I can see that happening. Alright, next is Penny. Another case where the actual unit is pretty bad. I mean, her range is, again, on the short side. I know it's only 0.5 difference, but that's considered the short side. because other ranged units will hit her first. Penny is the poison card in Clash Royale. The big difference being is that Penny actually has a travel time to her skill. The area effect area is 3.5. Does it say over here? Yeah. The area effect on poison spell is also 3.5. You won't see Penny using her skill twice just because, again, really bad unit, really small health pool, like all these cards, like, because they know that these cards should not be existing after their spells, but for some reason they have a tendency to, or they have a want to put units to these spells, so you have a unit after. The poison, it even lasts as long as the poison. Same range, same duration, 8-second duration, 3.5 radius. Both of these are epics for once. They share the same rarity. Let me put it this way: if you took away their spells and kept the units with those stats, would you guys be playing them? You wouldn't, right? Because they're bad cards. They don't. Once their skills are done, they are bad units for their cost. That's the best way to put it. You would not be playing Penny for 4 cost. You wouldn't be playing that John for 4 aura. You wouldn't be playing the Glinda for 4 aura, because outside their skills, they're really bad cards. Alright, let me try to speed it up because I think this video is going to be a little bit too long. Alright, let's see. We got Penny. Alright, next is Fox, 3 aura.
Good job.
Again, you wouldn't be playing Fox for 3 aura, but that's what you're basically doing. Once you use their skills, that's what they are. They're just units for that amount of cost. You could play John, Fallen Boy John, or Ren for 3 aura, and you get a way better unit. But that's not how it works. You got to spell first. And in the case of Fox, you get a 6-second confusion. Again, 23-second cooldown. They really love their 23-second cooldowns. This one's a lot harder to place because again, Clash Royale does not have a confusion spell. At least I don't think so. Checking the spells right now. Nope. They don't have a confusion spell. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next card just because I'm getting repetitive. So Juane is a big offender of a good unit after you play. Actually, that's situational wise. First, his area damage, it's huge, 620. This is my level 7 Juane. In my arena, 25 to 2600. Juane is level 8 for most players, which probably breaks 680, 690 damage. And the reason Juane is so good is because most of the time you're using it at the tower. Sometimes you'll use it to clear AK-130s, but most of the time players are throwing it at the towers. You're getting that near 250 to 300 damage just on a Juane drop. And then you look at his stats. You got a 1.1 attack speed that does 310 damage per hit. Most of the times, a Juane hits twice before he dies to the tower, if he didn't get stopped. This is a case, again, like Cinder, where the unit is too good. Of course, if he didn't have the land anywhere option and deal damage around him, he's a terrible unit for 4 costs because he dies in 2 tower shots. Mine's just 310 HP, so it varies. But honestly, he does so much damage for the spell part of his kit. He's got great damage after the spell. Now, last card I wanted to talk about is Weiss, and then again, a pretty bad unit outside of her freeze. Freeze duration is 4 seconds. That's longer than Clash Royale's freeze. I believe the Clash Royale freeze is no, never mind. Clash Royale's freeze is also 4 seconds. She actually has a really short cooldown compared to other units, but because she has a fast movement speed, she'll reach enemy territory pretty quickly. You won't see her use her skill twice normally. I think I've seen it 3 times in my, Amity Arena career where she used her skill twice. Let me put it this way also. If any unit gets their skill off twice, they paid for themselves. You've gone more aura positive, and that's, that's a great thing for you, but not a healthy thing for the game. Especially when I'm playing Glinda, I get 2 towers down off of 1 Glinda. My opponents are usually quitting when they see that my Glinda has put down 2, because that means my next Glinda has also rotated. If by 23 seconds, my next Glinda better be in my hand already. And I've already played her. I can sometimes have 3 towers up in a match. Alright, with Weiss done, that's the last character. So now I just wanted to say, I think these cards should be spell cards. If any more cards released like this, they need to release spell cards. They just need to get into the mindset that you don't have to play a unit with the card. Yeah, because then we do have other units like Pyrrha who throw their shield, Nora who like dashes. We can have units that still have skills, and they don't feel like spells. We got Roman's Pool. I would hate, like I say, they turned Roman card into a spell card. Pull 1 unit, 4 cost. There you go. No, that's bad. Barangle's Jump, Crow's Flying, Shadow Blade's Dash. But then you got cards like the ones I listed, Weiss, Glinda, Cinder, Mercury, Penny, who take away their skills. They are either bad cards or great cards. They are not balanced cards. I don't think any of those cards would just be like, yeah, that's a good card. Even if you don't play if I don't use their skill, I would still use them. No, can't say that, because you could feel that they had the intentions of being spell cards on the cards that I listed. Alright guys, that's just my thoughts on these cards and why they should be spell cards, or why they should start adding spell cards, why they should be spell cards. The units are behind these cards. I don't know, guys. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.